Listen, if you've been struggling to lose that last 10 or 15 pounds, specifically that stubborn visceral fat around the midsection, you've likely been told the same old story: eat less, move more. But here's the truth that most fitness influencers miss. Your body isn't a calculator, it's a biological chemistry set. Inside your cells, there is a hidden garbage disposal system. When it's turned on, your body literally eats its own cellular waste, recycles old proteins, and, most importantly, burns through stored fat at an accelerated rate. Science calls this autophagy. In 2006, the Nobel Prize in Medicine was awarded for the discovery of the mechanisms behind this process. But most people's modern grocery lists keep this system turned off. I've got my notebook out. We are going to build the ultimate autophagy grocery list. These are the specific foods that act as biological switches to trigger rapid fat loss and cellular repair. If you want to stop guessing and start biohacking your metabolism, pay attention. Before we hit the aisles, you need to understand the mechanism. Auto means self, phagy means eating. Your body is literally self-eating. Now, that sounds scary, but it's the healthiest thing you can do. Imagine your house hasn't been deep cleaned in 5 years. The trash is piling up, the pipes are rusted, and the paint is peeling. Autophagy is the cleaning crew that comes in, tears down the broken parts, and uses the raw materials to build a brand new house. When you are in a state of autophagy, your insulin levels are low, and your body switches from burning sugar to burning its own cellular debris and fat for energy. The foods I'm about to show you don't just have fewer calories, they actually signal the body to stay in this repair mode longer. The first rule of the autophagy grocery list is this: bitter is better. In our modern diet, we love sweet and salty, but bitter compounds, specifically polyphenols, are the primary triggers for cellular stress responses that lead to autophagy. Arugula and cruciferous greens. Move over iceberg lettuce. Arugula is packed with sulforaphane and arusin. These compounds stimulate the NRAF pathway, which is like the master on switch for your internal detox system. Broccoli sprouts. If you take one thing from this list, let it be this: broccoli sprouts contain up to 50 times more glucoraphanin than mature broccoli. It is a nuclear option for triggering autophagy. Radishes and daikon. These contain myronase, an enzyme that helps your body unlock those fat-burning compounds in other vegetables. You can actually drink your way into autophagy if you know what to look for. These are your staples for the fasting windows of your day. Black coffee. No cream, no sugar. Coffee is rich in polyphenols that have been shown in clinical studies to induce autophagy in the liver, heart, and muscle tissue. It's not just the caffeine, it's the plant chemicals. Green tea, specifically matcha. Matcha is high in EDCG. This specific antioxidant mimics the effects of fasting. It tells your cells to stop storing energy and start cleaning house. Earl Grey tea. This is a pro tip used by some of the world's leading longevity experts. Earl Grey contains bergamot. Bergamot is a potent stimulator of autophagy. If you're bored with green tea, this is your secret weapon. Most people think fat makes you fat. That is full science. The right fats actually turn off hunger and turn on fat-burning genes. Extra virgin olive oil, EVOO. This must be cold-pressed and in a dark bottle. It contains oleuropein and oleocanthal. These aren't just fats, they are signaling molecules that tell your cells to recycle old mitochondria, your cell's power plants. Avocados. They provide the potassium and monounsaturated fats needed to keep your electrolytes stable while your body is flushing out water weight and burning fat. MCT oil, C4. If you use a high-quality C4 MCT oil, it converts almost instantly into ketones. Ketones are the preferred fuel for a body in autophagy. Turmeric with black pepper. Curcumin is the active ingredient here. It's one of the most studied compounds for reducing inflammation and triggering mitophagy, the cleaning of the mitochondria. Ginger. It contains gingerol, which aids in digestion, but also activates the AMPK pathway, the same pathway activated by exercise and fasting. Ceylon cinnamon. Not the cheap cassia cinnamon. Real Ceylon cinnamon helps regulate blood sugar. If your blood sugar is stable, your insulin stays low. And remember, high insulin is the off switch for autophagy. This is where people get confused. To trigger autophagy, you actually need to periodically lower your protein intake. This is called protein cycling. When you go to the store, don't just buy lean chicken breasts. Buy wild-caught fatty fish, salmon, sardines. The omega-3s are essential for cell membrane health. Bone broth. It's rich in glycine, which helps balance out the amino acids and supports the gut lining during your fat loss journey. Buying the food is only half the battle. You have to eat it in a way that respects your biological clock. The 8-hour rule. Try to consume your Autophagy Grocery List within an 8-hour window. The first meal protocol. Break your fast with the fats and grains first. Save your carbohydrates for the end of the day so they don't spike your insulin early on and shut down the autophagy process you built up overnight. Before I let you go, I have to tell you what to remove from your cart. If these are in your kitchen, the grocery list I just gave you won't work. Seed oils, soybean, corn, canola. These cause massive cellular inflammation that blocks the signaling pathways for repair. Added sugars, high fructose corn syrup. This is the emergency stop button for fat loss. Even a small amount can kick you out of autophagy for hours. Frequent snacking. Every time you eat, you spike insulin. If you spike insulin, autophagy stops. Stop the grazing. Look, rapid fat loss isn't about starving yourself. It's about cellular efficiency. When you fill your cart with these autophagy superfoods, you aren't just dieting. You are giving your body the tools it needs to repair itself, boost your energy, and finally let go of the weight it's been holding onto for years. I want you to try this for 30 days. Clear out the junk, stick to this list, and watch how your body responds. You'll find that the brain fog lifts, your energy stabilizes, and the scale finally starts moving in the right direction. If you found this helpful, share this with someone who is tired of the standard diet advice. I've put a summarized version of this grocery list in the description below, so you can take it with you on your next trip. Be well, stay disciplined, and I'll see you in the next one.